Well, it's Tuesday, and it's almost 8:30 in the morning here in Colorado, and it's April the 10th, and I was sitting here contemplating what deck to use after putting it into prayer. I was kind of surprised by the answer, which I'll share with you in a minute, but I was also reflecting upon the fact that not only what we say and what we do and what we think goes out to the universe and comes back to us, but also what we put into our bodies in food, in emotions, in liquid, if you will, also affects how our physical body and our spiritual body respond. And so you have to ask yourself, what am I putting into my body, this temple that God gave us, that elevates our energy, that elevates our awareness, that elevates our vibration? I have to laugh sometimes when I see commercials for fast food, and they have two for $6 and pizza for $5. Well, having been in the retail world and also in the catering world, the average marker, if you will, for reselling pre-made food, how's that, pre-made food, is that whatever the ingredients are, you take that and then you double it, and then you take that and double it again to include the labor, and that's what you should be selling it for. Well, that makes me really hesitate on two sandwiches for $6. Because when you stop and think about it that way, what are the cost of the ingredients? And if that's how low the cost of the ingredients are, what are you really eating? Makes one wonder and take pause, doesn't it? Ooh, I think it's one of the reasons I was guided to change my eating habits big time. And yet we still get those cravings, those wonderful, that would be really, really good. But if you detox your body from the junk food and then you go try and have it later, I have to tell you, it's not the same as your fantasy mind creates. And that leads me to another point. What does your fantasy mind create that is not based in reality? It's really an important question to ask. Our tongues get, that, oh, that would be really, really good. That pure French vanilla ice cream loaded with bananas and strawberries and chocolates and walnuts and all that other stuff. Sounds really good. But then when you take it, your body kind of refuses it, and it creates havoc. So it's just something to think about. What are you putting into your bodies? Are you loading it with processed foods? Are you loading it with chemicals? Are you loading it with fresh food? Just stop and think about it for a little bit. If that's what they're selling it for, what are the ingredients really costing them? I shudder to think. On that note, when I was doing the prayer and I finished, I was looking at my decks. I said, "Really, you want me to use this deck?" And it was kind of like that's an affirmative yes. So, as much as I'm surprised, we're going to be using it. It's the Angel Therapy deck. And I'm being pulled to this one and this message about what are we putting into our bodies for a reason. We'll find out why. It is, of course, created by Doreen Virtue and is published by Hay House. It does have its own unique energy to it for me. A lot of people, well, I haven't seen a lot of these decks in my news feeds. I do follow other readers, and I don't see them using this one a lot, and yet I really like it. I don't use it as often as maybe I should, but I really do like it. It's this little guidance about what can we do on a spiritual level, on an energy level, on a physical level, on a chakra level, an intuitive level. Like, what is it that we need to be doing that can help improve our current situation, our present situation? And so, yes, of course, I put this into prayer and asked that it's for the greater good and that the messages will resonate with you and give you that aha moment today. And every time I do these readings, I always find something in them that also relates directly to me personally. Quite unique. And yes, I did break down and I bought myself an Easter Snickers bunny. And I will tell you, as nice as it was to taste it, and as nice as it was to enjoy it, it wreaked havoc on my body for almost 3 days. And it's why I bring it to you, and thinking that momentary satisfaction, that momentary whatever, was not worth the physical reaction for 3 days. And I'm like, yeah, don't want to do that again. Like, nope, 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 wasn't supposed to do that. It's all processed foods, and yes, I bought it at half price. And yes, that was one of my motivators. I went on the Monday after Easter. I was actually looking for something specific, and they didn't have it. And then I saw this, and there was one there, and I went, oh, there's one there, and it's half price. I meant to have that. No, wasn't worth it, trust me. But it does get you to think about, good grief, what are we putting into our bodies? Thank you. I will stick with my fresh smoothie each morning instead, which is far more tasting. This one's just hanging there. Well, that tells me you need to be included. All right. It's far more tasty and far more satisfying and far healthier than that Easter Bunny Snickers bar. And yes, we all like chocolate. Haven't met anybody yet that says, oh, I hate chocolate. So obviously it's there for a reason. And yes, there are times when I get cravings for chocolate, and I will take my yogurt and add some cocoa powder to it, the good stuff, and add a little bit of honey, and it gets rid of the chocolate craving real quick. Plus, the honey is good for you in many, many ways, and the cocoa powder, it does have antioxidants in it when you buy the good stuff. This one, right? Okay. And always feel at least that way I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone, if you will. So it's going to be a 4-card reading. And let us indeed see what God and His Son, Holy Spirit, our angels, our loved ones, our guides have to say for us on this terrific Tuesday. Well, there you go. Here's the first one. Are you ready? Throat chakra. Okay, I heard it. Excuse me, don't mean to be coughing in your ear. There are times in life where we stifle ourselves, literally. It's like having, this craw in your throat, as they say. And we don't speak our truths. And there's ways to speak your truths without being a bully, without being arrogant, without being mean, without being rude. But there are times when we need to speak up. You need to speak your truths about how you're feeling. You need to speak your truths about and how you're responding to what's going on around you. And again, it doesn't mean that fights or arguments or bullying or being mean or rude are necessary. And if you're having trouble finding those words, this is a good time to put that into prayer and ask for the guidance for the verbal communication. Because again, what you send out is what you get back. And you kind of just want to do that with a kind and loving heart and speak your truths. It really is important. So ask for the guidance and then speak your truths. It's kind of sort of on the same message, because I'm hoping that you are speaking your truths with integrity, that you're not giving false promises, that you're not giving commitments that you can't keep. Align your actions so they match your inner values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. And if somebody asks you to do something and it doesn't feel right, if your gut's responding, if your whole body is kind of like, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to, don't do it. Don't say yes when you really mean no. Next card. Gotta love it. There was a time in my life where I really didn't believe in elementals. I learned better, especially when they snuck my keys away and also snuck away an electronic part I still have yet to find. I did find the keys, but it was after the fact. And it was really quite funny because one day I spoke out. I don't believe in fairies. Cancel, clear, delete. I'm now beginning to believe that we have elementals that take care of Mother Nature as well. And there are these wonderful moments where when you stop for some unknown reason and notice the beauty of a flower, breaking through the soil or breaking through the rocks, and you take wonder in that, it gives you this amazing feeling. And I do truly believe that there are elementals on this planet that gives you that strong bond and your life purpose to kind of make sure that you stop and recognize the amazing nature around us. And that includes its animals, it includes the birds in the sky, it includes, even the insects in the grass, because they serve a purpose. When you get close and you recognize those things and it becomes part of who you are, life gets just a little bit nicer, and your keys don't go missing. Last card. Whoa, very important message. Whoa, oh, is it ever? Okay, I just got this woof with this one. Cut your cords. Cut your cords, cut your cords, cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear away old attachments to fear. Fear, false evidence appearing real, that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. This one is so important for so many people. We continue to follow the same pattern of behavior until we learn the lesson. And that includes in relationships with people. That includes with your friends, with your family, with your work. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again and you're not getting the lesson, then the same thing over and over again pops into your life and you're not in the happy space that you're supposed to be in. And no, life isn't always happy, but wouldn't it be preferred to live a more positive, enriching, happier life than it would be to have a completely negative one? This is the time to put it into prayer. This is the time to ask for strength. This is the time to have God send you Archangel Michael to cut the cords of not only the fear, but also that which no longer serves you. Learn the lesson. Cut the cords of the past. Doesn't mean you're letting go of it. It means you're cutting the attachment to it so that you don't have to live in the past when you need to be living in the present. And that includes from any past lifetime, this lifetime, or future lifetimes. Get your space clear. Remove from your auric field, your ethereal field, whatever you want to call it, um, anything that is like clinging to you like bad tar or like thick patches of mud. You don't need that dirtiness in your space. Learn the lesson, clear it, have this space instead filled with love, with light, with peace, with calm, with clarity, with understanding. You need to cut the cords of that which no longer serves you. And to the fear of lack. Lack means that you're fearing that you don't have enough of something, when in spiritual truth you have enough of everything. So let go, let God, clear your space, cut the cords. It's really okay. Woo! Now I see why I was pulled to this one. By the way, cut the cords also of bad eating habits. I heard that as well. Because if you don't do that, then you're still living in the past and you're not feeding this temple body that we've each been given. You want it to last as long as possible, or as long as it's meant to, right? Okay. So I am going to close this reading, and if you'd like a personal reading from me, I kept the website on sale because we did go over 3,700 fans, and we're about to hit 3,900 followers. So I decided to keep it on sale for this week. It is 50% off on most of my popular readings, if you will. Yesterday's mediumship reading was phenomenal. I continue to get messages from those that it spoke to. And the affirmations and the confirmations afterwards were even more exciting than actually during the reading itself, because everything started to fall into place. And I have to tell you, I absolutely love doing those. And if you enjoy the group mediumship readings, please let me know on my Facebook page, House of Angel Card Readings, because if you enjoy it and it's something you want to see more of, please let me know. Do you want to see more of angel card readings? Do you want to see more mediumship readings? Do you want to see more intuitive readings? What is it that you would like that would make the page even better for you? Woo! Again, I love doing group readings too, so that is something I'm going to reach out to. If you have a cause or you're a fundraiser or an event planner, please get in touch with me. You know, whether here on YouTube or on my Facebook page or by email, houseofangelcardreadings@gmail.com, and let me know that you'd like to have a group reading, whether it's mediumship or cards or whatever it might be, and let's do something to help your cause. You guys always help mine when I reach out about the horses. How can I help you with yours? So have a terrific Tuesday. Have a blessed day. Cut your cords. Speak your truths. Be aware of what you're putting into your body. Always act with integrity and have respect for Mother Nature. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Namaste.